Good day, students. Welcome to today's lesson. We are diving into an essential topic that affects the food we eat and the success of farmers worldwide. Before we begin, let's review our previous lesson. In our last lesson, we discussed the benefits of conserving natural resources. We also discussed various conservation methods. Lastly, we explored the difficulties faced in conservation efforts. Let's look at the lesson objectives. By the end of this lesson, you should be able to 1. Define crop pests and diseases. 2. Classify insect pests. 3. Discuss methods of pest control. 4. Describe different crop diseases caused by fungi, bacteria, and viruses. Now, let's get started. Pests are organisms that damage crops by feeding on them, reducing their yield and quality. There are several types of crop pests, including 1. Insect pests. These are the most common pests that attack different parts of plants. Examples are grasshoppers, caterpillars, etc. 2. Bird pests. These pests feed on grains, fruits, and seeds, reducing crop yield. Examples are weaverbirds, parrots, and many more. 3. Rodent pests. These pests attack stored grains and eat plant roots. Examples are rats, squirrels, and so on. 4. Monkey pests. These raid farms for food, especially fruits and vegetables. Examples are baboons and vervet monkeys. 5. Human pests. These refer to the damage to crops caused by poor farming practices. Examples are overharvesting, deforestation, and others. 6. Nematode pests. These are tiny worms that attack plant roots. An example is root knot nematodes. Let's look at how insect pests are classified based on the part of crops they attack and their feeding mode. Let's see the classification based on the part of the crops they attack. 1. Stem borers. These pests bore into plant stems and disrupt nutrient transport. An example is sugarcane borer. 2. Root feeders. They feed on roots, affecting water and nutrient absorption. Examples are termites, root weevils, and others. 3. Leaf feeders. These pests eat leaves, reducing photosynthesis. Examples are caterpillars, locusts, and so on. 4. Young shoot feeders. They attack young plants, leading to stunted growth. Examples are aphids and thrips. 5. Plant and seed feeders. They destroy flowers, fruits, and seeds. Examples are weevils, pod borers, etc. Next is the classification based on their feeding mode. 1. Biting and chewing insects. They use strong mouthparts to chew plant parts. Examples are grasshoppers, beetles, and many more. 2. Piercing and sucking insects. They suck plant juices using needle-like mouthparts. Examples are aphids, whiteflies, etc. 3. Boring insects. These insects can bore into plant parts and destroy their stems, fruits, or seeds. Examples are maize stem borer, weevils, and so on. Now, we will discuss the control of pests. Crop pests can be controlled through 1. Physical control. 2. Cultural control. 3. Biological control. 4. Chemical control. The physical control is the direct removal of pests by handpicking of pests, setting traps, or using barriers. The cultural control involves farm practices that reduce pest populations. Biological control involves the introduction of natural enemies of pests to keep the pest population under control. Chemical control involves applying pesticides or insecticides to control pests. Class, I hope you are following along. Now, we will explore the crop diseases. First, let's define crop diseases. Crop diseases are abnormal conditions in plants that disrupt their growth, development, or productivity. Let's look at the diseases spread by pests. There are 3 common crop diseases. They are fungal disease, viral disease, and bacterial disease. Fungal diseases, such as blight, affect leaves, causing them to dry out and die. An example is potato blight. Another fungal disease is root rot, which damages the roots, leading to poor growth. An example is fusarium root rot. Next is mildew. This is a white, powdery growth that appears on leaves. An example is powdery mildew. Now, let's talk about viral diseases. One of the viral diseases that pests can spread is mosaic disease. This causes leaf mottling and stunted growth. An example is cassava mosaic virus. Now, let's discuss bacterial diseases. One of the diseases is called bacterial wilt. This is a bacterial disease that blocks water flow in plants, causing wilting. An example is tomato wilt. Another bacterial disease is leaf spot. This is a bacterial disease that causes brown or black spots on leaves, reducing photosynthesis. An example is bacterial leaf spot. Having discussed crop diseases, let's talk about the life cycles of pests. Pests undergo different life stages, which may vary depending on their species. Some pests like butterflies, beetles, and moths undergo a complete metamorphosis, which involves transformation from egg to larva, then pupa, finally, adult. Other pet species such as grasshoppers and locusts undergo an incomplete metamorphosis, which involves transformation from egg to nymph, then adult. We've come to the end of this lesson. I believe you enjoyed the lesson. Please attempt the following classwork. 1. Define pest and crop diseases. 2. Mention 3 ways to control pests. 3. State 2 crop diseases caused by fungi, bacteria, and viruses. Before leaving, let's summarize what we learned in this lesson. In this lesson, we define crop pests and diseases. We classify insect pests. We also discuss ways to control pests. And finally, we describe different crop diseases caused by fungi, bacteria, and viruses. In our next class, we will discuss reproductive systems in vertebrates. Thanks for being here. See you in our next lesson.